Hey, I'm Bob Casper, the Smoking Realtor, and I love to smoke meat. Normal time to cook a pulled pork is about 10 to 12 hours, but guess what? I'm going to teach you how to cook it in half the time. Stick around and we'll go through the process. Hey, I'm Bob Casper with the Casper Real Estate Group, also known as, AKA, the Smokin Realtor. The reason that's my nickname is because I love to use a pellet grill and smoke meat, and that's kind of what I'm going to show you today. So my little tip is that you can cook brisket or pork butts in a quicker time frame. So most of the time you're looking at 10 to 12 hours, low and slow, and it just continues on. You just got to make sure you've got enough pellets in your pellet grill, and it will work great. It comes out phenomenal. You're able to shred the meat, have sandwiches, pulled pork, all that kind of thing. So I'm going to do pulled porks today, but I'm going to do it in a easier, faster way. So low and slow is normally 225 to 250 for 10 to 12 hours. I'm going to speed it up today and cook it over about a 6-hour period, and we're going to do it at 315 to where it hits 165 internal temperature in the meat. Then I'm going to put it in a foil container and take it to 205, and it's ready to go. So 315. First I'm going to start out with an hour at 225, then 315 to 165, and then keep it at 315, put it in a container, cover it up so that it steams and gets all those juices and everything into the meat, and that's going to be our cooking process. So right now, let's get ready to start preparing the meat. We're gonna marinate it with some mustard and then put my rub on it. Okay, so here are my pork butts. You're not going to see my face, you're just going to see the meat. That's the best part anyway. These are boneless pork shoulders that I got at Costco. Costco's a great place to get meat. They have a wide variety from briskets to pork butts and ribs and steaks and everything like that. So I just cover this meat right now, totally cover it in mustard. The other thing this does is, because the mustard has vinegar in it, it allows it to break down a little bit. You want to let your meat rest for probably about, once you've seasoned it, put the mustard on it, probably about 20 minutes. It'll start to sweat, and when it starts to sweat, then you know that everything's getting into it. I'm going to turn the pork butt a little bit. This is my rub that I like. It's called Pork Star, and it's great for all types of pork chops, also pork butt, also ribs, everything. It's got some great ingredients in it, and it puts a lot of flavor into the meat. So I'm going to sprinkle this rub on liberally. Pat it in, turn it over. It's important to get it on all surfaces of the meat. This is a big piece of meat, so you don't want to skimp on your seasoning or your rub. Get it on the inside too here. This is, like I said, this is a boneless, so you want to get it on the inside. I don't trim the meat all that much. I want to have as much moisture as I can in the meat. As far as a pork butt is concerned, you want all the moisture you can get in there, and that's why this fat cap is right here on the meat. Okay, this one's almost done, and I've got one more to do as well. And there you go, there's one. Now if you look at the meat, see how it's kind of glistening a little bit? This is a little drier. This has been seasoned sooner. So as it glistens, that means sweating. And that means that it's getting the rub into the meat, and it's absorbing it into the meat. As you can see, the Traeger is on 226 right now, set to 225. And that's the temp that I like it to be at for the first hour or so. This is my Timberline 1300 by Traeger. It's a pellet grill. It allows you a lot of flexibility with cooking and barbecuing your meat. As I said, chickens, briskets, ribs, everything can go on this Traeger, and it's awesome. It's large inside, comes with 3 grades. I only have 2 in right now. I have the lower grade in and the top grade, but yeah, it's quite a machine, and I love cooking on it. The other thing I like about this Traeger is it has its own meat probe, and it connects right in. So this is asking me if I want to set the meat probe alarm, and I'm going to click yes. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this up to 165, and I'm going to set it. All right. So right now the probe is at 59 degrees, and the temp I want to get it to, remember, to get it into that foil is 165. So I'm going to take this temp probe, I'm going to stick it into the meat, like that. The butts are on. Close the lid, and off and running. This is the temperature of the meat, 54 degrees, and we want to get it to 165. The other important tip is that you want to get your meat. You want to have your meat cold when you put it on the Traeger. By having it cold, it will take the meat, and all the seasoning will absorb into it, as well as all the smoke will absorb into it as it starts to warm up. It draws all that smoke in, so it gives it that great flavor. The meat's in the Traeger. It's going to be in there for, like I said, 5 or 6 hours, maybe 7 hours total. But it's a lot quicker way to cook it. It's a lot faster way to cook it, and it's going to be really, really good when we get done. I'll update you as we're going through the process. I'll show you the interface between my phone, which has an app on it from Traeger that connects directly to my 1300 Timberline, and I can adjust temperature, I can adjust time, I can adjust the meat probe, I can do all that kind of stuff on this app that's on my phone. So I'll show that to you as well, and it's going to be really good when it's all done. Nice smoked pork butts. So both of these are all foiled up, and I'm getting ready to stick the probe back into one of them, which I will do right here. Get it into the middle of the meat, and then I'll close it down. Now, because it's cooled down, this probe is now starting to climb. Temperature will get back up to 315. The probe will get back to up to about 165 to 170, and we're going to leave it there until it hits 205. And I can adjust temperature with my phone and the app on my phone, and we'll have this done probably in the next couple of hours. It's been in about 3 hours now, and should be done in about 2.5 to 3 hours.